GH shock. Gio reveals truth that shatters Dante and Brook, then walks away for good. It all begins with a celebratory dinner thrown by Lois at the Quartermain mansion. After Joe's successful showcase performance at the Savoy, Lois invites Brooklyn, Chase, Dante, Olivia, and Ned to honor his achievement. But Gio seems distracted, even agitated. He keeps checking his phone, avoiding eye contact with Dante. Brooklyn notices, but assumes it's nerves. Brooklyn playfully, "Come on, Gio. You look like you're headed to your own funeral." Gio, quietly, "In a way, maybe I am." As the evening progresses, Dante pulls Gio aside for a casual chat that quickly turns tense. "Dante, you've been off since that night at the Savoy. Something happened?" Gio brushes it off at first, but his nervous demeanor and the visible tears in his eyes tip Dante off. Meanwhile, Lois begins talking to Brooklyn about Joe's increasing anxiety and insomnia, revealing that he's been sleeping on the couch despite having his own room. Brooklyn begins to worry. Is Gio hiding something more than stage fright? Later that night, Brooklyn stumbles upon an unsealed envelope in Joe's guitar case. It's addressed to Dante and Brooklyn, and what's inside nearly knocks her to the floor. The letter is a confession. Gio is not just a family friend. He is Lois's son. But more than that, he's Sonny Corinthos' son too. Brooklyn confronts Gio immediately. Brooklyn, shaking, "Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell Dante? He's your brother." Gio breaks down, confessing that Lois never told Sonny he had a second child. He only found out a few months ago, after digging into old letters Lois had hidden away. "Gio, she begged me not to say anything. Said it would blow up too many lives. But I can't keep lying, especially to Dante." Gio asks Brooklyn to gather the family at Sonny's old penthouse, now unoccupied. Dante is the last to arrive, thinking it's just a meeting about Joe's future music career. What he walks into is a truth bomb years in the making. Gio, trembling, "Dante, I didn't just come here to write music. I came to find my family. You're my brother." The room falls silent. Dante, in disbelief, "What the hell are you talking about?" Gio explains. When Lois left Sonny all those years ago, she was already pregnant, but didn't tell Sonny because she feared for the child's safety in the mob world. She raised Gio in Bensonhurst quietly, away from Port Charles. "Gio, she gave me music. She gave me love. But she kept my father from me. From all of you." Dante explodes, feeling betrayed by both Lois and Brooklyn. "Dante, you knew and didn't tell me?" Brooklyn tries to defend herself, saying she only found out hours earlier, but the damage is done. Dante storms out. Lois, who arrives moments later, is confronted by both her children. "Brooklyn, how could you lie to all of us? What kind of legacy is that?" Lois breaks down, finally admitting that she kept the truth buried out of guilt and fear. She was afraid Sonny would claim Gio and pull him into a world of violence and control. "Lois, I wanted one child who'd never have to look over their shoulder." Devastated by how things spiraled, Gio makes a painful choice. He's leaving Port Charles. "Gio, to Lois, I love you. But I need time to figure out who I really am. I came here looking for a father and found a battlefield." He leaves behind his guitar, his room at the Quartermain mansion, and a city that both embraced and rejected him. Before departing, Gio writes 2 letters. One, to Dante. "You're everything I hoped a big brother would be. I just wish I hadn't come between you and the truth. If you ever want to find me, you know where to look." 2, to Sonny, left unopened. "You don't know me, but I know you. And I hope one day we can meet, not as enemies or strangers, but as father and son." Dante, shaken, goes to Sonny, who hasn't read the letter yet. Dante says nothing about Joe's identity, deciding to let Sonny discover the truth on his own. Brooklyn, feeling torn between loyalty to her mother and her cousin brother, begins writing a song about lost chances and found truths. Lois isolates herself, haunted by what she withheld and who she may have lost forever. As the camera pans to Gio boarding a bus out of town, a man watches from across the street. It's Dex Heller. He makes a mysterious call.
"Yeah."
He's on the move. I'll keep tracking the kid. He's more important than anyone knows. Fade to black. Port Charles is no stranger to secrets, but when Gio Palmieri finally reveals the truth about his identity, it sends shockwaves through the Cerullo, Corinthos, and Quartermain families. The quiet, talented young man who entered town with a guitar and a dream exits under a storm of heartbreak, betrayal, and truth too heavy to carry. Lois Cerullo organizes a family dinner to celebrate Joe's musical milestone at the Savoy. Brook, Dante, and the extended Quartermain family gather for what's supposed to be a joyous occasion. But Gio can barely eat. His smile is tight, his laughter forced. Dante notices. Dante half-joking, "What, Gio? You act like you're sitting on a secret." He is. And Brooklyn finds out first. Brooklyn stumbles upon an envelope hidden inside Joe's guitar case. Her name is on it. And so is Dante's. Inside is a heartfelt letter, one Gio never meant for anyone to read yet. Joe's words. "I didn't come to Port Charles just to make music. I came here to find my family. Dante, Brook, I'm your brother." Brooklyn is floored. She demands answers. And Gio confesses. He's Lois's son. Sonny Corinthos is his father. Lois never told Sonny about the pregnancy. He discovered the truth himself after reading old letters and journals Lois hid. Brooklyn, furious yet compassionate, insists he tell Dante the truth before someone else does. Gio calls a meeting with Dante at the old Corinthos penthouse. Brooklyn is there for support, but the moment turns raw fast. "Gio, you're not just a cop or my cousin's friend. You're my brother. Sonny is my father." Dante, in disbelief. What kind of sick joke is this? When Gio shows Dante a DNA test, done without Sonny's knowledge, Dante has no choice but to believe it. "Dante, my father has another son. And my mother knew, and Brook knew." He storms out, leaving Brooklyn in tears and Gio shattered. Dante confronts Lois, demanding the truth. She breaks down, admitting everything. After breaking things off with Sonny, she found out she was pregnant. She feared Sonny's mob ties would endanger the child. She chose to raise Gio quietly, with no contact. Lois, tearfully, "I was trying to protect him. From the world. From Sonny. Maybe from myself." Feeling responsible for the chaos, Gio decides to leave Port Charles. "Gio, to Brook, I came here looking for a name. All I found were broken pieces." He leaves behind his guitar, a letter for Dante, an unopened letter for Sonny,